Hello, everyone. Welcome back to yet another political episode. So we're going to talk about the number one race of the year so far, and that is the state of New Jersey. After failing to pick it up in 2021, after seeing an unexpected overperformance 4 years ago, Republicans are taking advantage, and they're trying their best to pull off a big win this year in New Jersey, despite obstacles of this being, of course, a year where you got two Democrat states and you got a Republican in the White House, meaning that, majority party is never really seen as the favorites in no real elections, in off-year elections, and even in midterm elections. But despite that, times are changing. Democrats saw victories in 2022 and in 2023, proving that, the country obviously is becoming more polarized. In regards to New Jersey, it's getting more redder. It's getting more conservative. It's getting more Republican. As Red Eagle put it, you got a 7,000 new voter registrations over the Democrats in New Jersey over during September. This was pretty much an October surprise. This is a sharp 3,000 net increase in August. The GOP has a 200,000 since 210, 200, what am I saying? 2001, when Jack lost by just 84K. So this is huge. And what's bigger is the momentum we're seeing in regards to New Jersey, specifically by early ballots and returns. So basically, these trackings, you'll see Republicans are beating Democrats by a 15.3 margin to 13.3. Now this can change. It's just October, but it shows Republicans have the momentum. And like I've kept keep saying since the beginning of this year, Democrats have nothing to run on but Trump, okay? Trump derangement, etc., etc. Republicans have things to run on that are really legitimate and the American people actually care about. For instance, high energy prices. We got to lower those energy prices, right? Big government. We got lower because New Jersey's become super unaffordable. You also have a huge goal trying to overturn that sanctuary state status that is allowing illegal immigrants to settle in New Jersey without any repercussions. So that is something that the Ciccarelli administration would overturn. And then, of course, you have crime. You have the rise of Zohran Mamdani in New York, in which we did talk about many times that, it's an issue in New Jersey also because you have the significant amount of people in northern New Jersey that go to work in New York City. They come back and they're just scarred with the policies of New York City because it doesn't matter if you're there for a work day. You're still affected by the laws and the rules of New York City. Imagine, we know Zohran will be very bad when it comes to crime, okay? You think he's going to go and lock people up? No, he's not. He'll only lock up the white people. He will lock up the white evangelical Christians for saying something bigoted or something like that. That's the only people he'll lock up. But when it comes to actual criminals that commit acts of evil, he'll let them run around and keep roaming. So we're going to see, and people know this, New Jerseyans know this, so we're going to see hopefully a movement in counties like Hudson, which are really concerned about Zohran Mamdani. And the fact that Zohran Mamdani endorsed Mikey Sherrill. If Mikey Sherrill wants to go around and say, "Oh, Donald Trump, he's so extreme, he's an extremist," yada yada yada, and give all these stupid examples about that and such, then we can just say, "Hey, look, you got the Zohran Mamdani endorsement. Zohran Mamdani likes you. Zohran Mamdani thinks you're a good socialist, Sherrill." So you're seeing this in the registrations right now, 15.3%. You could see this among young people. They're becoming more energized in regards to this. Now, it's true, the amount of returned ballots are high for Democrats and requests are high for Democrats, but we got to remember that this is a blue state, like Red Eagle put it. and generally Democrats do better with this sort of stuff. The point is that Republicans are doing better than usual. And hopefully we have the momentum, we have what it takes to win. The climate is in our favor. We can pull this off. We very well can pull it off. For one thing, Mikey Sherrill, she's only campaigning on Trump. She's running under a very unpopular administration, the Phil Murphy administration, way more unpopular than Donald Trump in the state of New Jersey. And in other reasons, you also have specifically a Republican candidate who can generally pull things off pretty quickly. You saw that in 2021. Mikey Sherrill has a lot of scandals. We got 3 scandals that's holding her back. One in the military, one with stock trading, and another involving her kids. You also have other stuff in regards to the primary. You got a very complicated primary. You saw a very unified Republican primary, except for the fact that we got a certain shenanigan in the Republican Party in New Jersey. Bill Spadea, who is seemingly going to do whatever he can to make sure that Jack Ciattarelli doesn't win. And if that is solely to Spadea's behalf or Spadea's fault, then we got to do what we can to prevent Spadea from getting the nomination, because we're not going to reward that type of behavior as a Republican Party. But yes, you have stuff like this. This is very good. And the point of the matter is you're seeing momentum all the way through. We can even check where we are compared to today compared to 4 years ago here. So we'll shoot out 2021 4 years ago, and you can see right here by poll. Today is the October 2nd, and we're like right between. The latest poll is specifically from Stockton University, 50% to 41% in that poll. Recent polls, of course, do have Sherrill ahead. Keep in mind, but yeah, it's not good. You got Qantas Insights neck and neck right here. You got the average Real Clear Politics 4.7. She is no longer above 55% anymore. She's now down in the 4%. In the last 3 weeks, you have Ciattarelli picking up 4 percentage points. 4. It's the Ciattarelli surge. And although, in the end of the day, Mikey Sherrill's still going to lead in the polls, ideally, we do know that polls have underestimated quite a lot when it comes to Republicans. Support is obviously very big, wider. So let's go ahead. The actual poll, this is specifically the poll. It's not. We don't have an October poll, but the poll from Qantas. So we got them from 46% to Stockton, 41% to 46% this year. This is looking very good for Jack Ciattarelli. And I still think he's going to pull it off. I say this because part of the reason is I say this, I don't say this out of my pure emotions and my pure over judgment. I say it, I obviously watch other influencers. I get the advice of other Republican analysts, and I see On Point, and he's predicting a Ciattarelli victory. And I'm saying, On Point is very accurate himself. I feel confident. If he's predicting it, he knows a lot more, and he's saying, yeah, Ciattarelli, there's a lot of door knocking like crazy in upper New Jersey. There's tons of momentum. And I'm like, if that's the case, then I don't know why Ciattarelli could lose. I mean, the climate is just so good for him. You have a very unpopular governor. You have a Kamala Harris 2.0 running, a discount Kamala Harris running in New Jersey to be that Phil Murphy's replacement. You have unpopular policies enacted by the Democratic legislature and the Democratic majority. So ideally, why wouldn't you be able to pull it off? So, yeah, I mean, that is, but then again, we do know that Democrats do have a majority in New Jersey. It is a blue state. You have ancestral Democrats baked in. And although Cheryl is uncomfortably very weird and off-putting to a lot of those voters, we can still pull it off. Absolutely. And what we're seeing right now is the continuous map. It's still looking like this. All right. I still have Bergen County. Still, I would say, in this case, in this scenario, tilting, Pasiac tilting, Morris, something like that. We can actually pull Jackson Jude and even have the county projections. But yeah, you have the margin baked in. I think it's going to be solid. But yeah, this is going to be solid. So I'm doing this by margin, by the way. And looking at New Jersey, this is going to be basically my prediction. Yeah, I would say Middlesex is close if this is going to be a Shitterelli victory. 16, I'll do like this. There we go. This is pretty much, although I do think it'd be like Atlantic, and there we go. This is pretty much my prediction by margin. Yeah, this looks like a Shitterelli victory map. By margin. A lot of people are like, why don't you do a margin map? Here you go. Here's my margin map. But yeah, we have good reason to be hopeful with the returns we're seeing from specifically our mail-in vote, well, not voting early. We're also seeing this in Virginia. I'm not confident with Virginia at all. You take a look at 2023, you get thrown off, and that's why I'm a little nervous about this result. You cannot take the early results, the voting early results, and run with it. You just can't. Doing that is reckless, just being quite honest with you. Otherwise, you go in, we expect a huge victory. Virginia, we get clobbered. Same deal with New Jersey. And although like I said, the climate is looking very good for us, a lot can happen in the next couple days. So there's not really much I'm going to talk about in regards to this. But anyway, what do you guys think in regards to this video? Let me know down below. And as always, I'll see you all in the next political episode.